All right, let's dig into one of the biggest shakeups in modern motorsport history, the 2026 Formula One engine revolution. And I'm telling you, this isn't just a new coat of paint. This is a complete reinvention of the heart and soul of the sport.
So, forget everything you think you know about F1 power. We're not talking about minor tweaks or little adjustments here and there. This is a total ground up overhaul of the core technology that makes these incredible machines fly. We're talking a brand new rule book, new fuel, a radically new way of thinking about power.
And that quote from the head of Mercedes engine program, man, it just says it all, doesn't it? The stakes could not be any higher. Everything that worked for the past decade, it's basically history now. The race to figure out 2026 has already started, and it is wide open.
So, let's get into the nitty gritty. This is, without a doubt, the biggest rule change since the whole hybrid era kicked off back in 2014. It's designed to completely reshape the sport from the inside out. But why? What's the point of such a massive change?
Well, it really all boils down to four key goals. First, a massive push for sustainability. Second, they're trying to level the playing field to get more wheel-to-wheel competition. Third, and this is a big one, they want to make the technology in these cars more relevant to the cars we're all driving. And finally, they want to make the sport so attractive that huge new car companies just have to jump in. Okay, now for the really juicy stuff, the power unit itself. This is where things get wild, because the very definition of a Formula One engine is about to be completely rewritten.
Just look at this shift. It's dramatic. Right now, the power is about an 80-20 split, with the good old combustion engine doing most of the work. But come 2026, that becomes a perfect 50-50 balance. The electric part of the power unit will be every bit as important as the V6 engine it's bolted to.
So how in the world do they get to that 50-50 split? Well, by simplifying things and then supercharging them. That ridiculously complex and mind-bendingly expensive MGUH that captures heat energy, it's gone. Say goodbye. Instead, all the focus is now on the MGUK. That's the bit that grabs energy when the driver slams on the brakes. And trust me, it's getting a serious upgrade. And when I say upgrade, I mean it. The new MGUK is going to pump out 350 kilowatts of power. To put that in perspective, that's almost 470 horsepower, just from the electric motor alone. That's nearly 3 times more powerful than what they have now. It's an absolute monster. Now, the other half of this power equation is the fuel, and this is a game changer. Starting in 2026, F1 cars will run on 100% advanced sustainable fuel. So this e-fuel is made from things like waste, or even by literally pulling carbon out of the air. The key thing to understand is this: the carbon coming out of the exhaust pipe is just carbon that was already floating around in the atmosphere. It's a closed loop, making it net zero. So, you've got this wild new engine, but how do you keep it all fair? I mean, that's the big question, right? Creating a new engine is one thing, but the FIA is dead set on controlling costs and making sure one team doesn't just run away with it for the next 10 years. You remember back in 2014, right? Mercedes found that genius loophole with their split turbo design, and it gave them a huge advantage for years. Well, to stop that from happening again, the new rules are way more specific, way more prescriptive. They're tightly defining a ton of the engine parts to shut down those clever loopholes before anyone can exploit them. And I mean, they are getting incredibly specific. We're talking about rules for the minimum weight of a piston, a maximum speed for the turbo, and even exactly where the MGUK has to be placed in the car. The whole idea is to force teams to find their advantage in being super efficient, not just in finding one clever design trick. And here is the real kicker. For the first time ever, the engine development itself is under a cost cap. Starting in 2026, the big manufacturers can only spend $130 million a year on their power units. That means you can't just throw money at a problem until it goes away. Okay, but what if a team just gets it completely wrong? The FIA has actually built in a safety net called ADU. Basically, 3 times a season, they'll check how all the engines are performing. If one manufacturer is way behind, they'll actually get some extra testing time and a little break on the cost cap to help them catch up. It's designed to stop one team from dominating for years and years. So,
With the board completely reset, new rules, new players, new risks, who stands to win or lose the most in this massive, high-stakes game? We've got this fascinating mix of players, right? You have the old guard, the giants like Mercedes and Ferrari. But then you have these ambitious new works teams like Red Bull partnering with Ford, and of course the powerhouse Audi coming in. And don't forget, Honda is making a full return as a manufacturer too. And newcomers like Audi are not messing around. They are pouring billions of dollars into this project, and they've made it crystal clear this is not some marketing stunt. They are showing up to fight for world championships from the get-go. And this is where the stakes just become immense. Because with that new cost cap and these tightly controlled rules, if a team fundamentally gets the design wrong at the start, they could be stuck in the midfield for years. You can't just outspend your rivals to fix your mistakes anymore. Okay. So all this is cool for racing, but how does any of this connect back to the car you might be driving in a few years? Well, this isn't just about going fast in circles. It's a high-speed laboratory for the tech in your next car. The track-to-road link is clearer than ever. I mean, developing these sustainable e-fuels could be huge for the regular cars already out there. That push for a super powerful, super efficient MGUK, that's going to directly help make electric cars better. And a lot of the cutting-edge stuff like advanced ways to cool batteries could absolutely find its way into the next generation of EVs. And this quote from Mercedes just hits the nail on the head. Formula One is supposed to be the cutting edge of car innovation. The insane pressure of racing just speeds up development in a way nothing else can. And eventually, we all see the benefits of that. Which really leaves us with a billion-dollar question, doesn't it? This is the biggest technological gamble Formula One has taken in a decade. Is it going to deliver on that promise of a closer, greener, more exciting sport? Or is one team of engineers going to find that one magic bullet all over again and kick off a whole new era of dominance? I guess we'll just have to wait and see in 2026. Thanks for watching.